What is up, Buckeye Nation 2? And today we are back with another prediction video. This time we're going to be diving down into the NL Central. I'm going to be predicting the teams in here. This division, no, it's not the strongest, not the best in the bunch, but you'll see my predictions for it. You'll see who I think will win, who I think will get last, but honestly, this division could be up for grabs for anyone at this point. But yeah, you'll see my predictions. Let's get into it. All right, guys, the first team I want to talk about today is a team who I think will win the NL Central and will get the third seed in the NL playoffs, meaning they'll be the worst division winner in the NL. I have the Brewers going 89-73. Let me tell you, the Brewers, they have an interesting approach to running their team. They don't really like spending money, and they often let their players walk who want high contracts. They don't really go out and spend big money on big players, but the Brewers, their approach, it works just like the Guardians and the Rays. They tend to focus on sustaining young talent so that they can be good for plenty of years instead of just diving deep down one year, just spending a bunch of money and then just sucking for years to come. And the strategy, it does work because the three teams I listed, Guardians, Brewers, and Rays, they tend to make the playoffs a lot. However, the problem is when you don't really have those big name players, those elite players, it's really hard to win a World Series. But this division is just not strong enough, in my opinion, for any other team to win it. I think the only other competition they could get is the Cubs, but I think the Brewers, just having that experience, I just think that the dominance of the division will continue. They have, obviously, Jackson Chourio. That was probably one of the smartest moves they ever made. Signing him, it looked a little risky, but signing Jackson Chourio in the minors to like an 8-year deal, that was super smart by them. Sal Frelick, he's one of the best defending outfielders. I think he's center field. Let me know in the comments. I don't really follow the Brewers, but I know he's an outfielder. Bryce Turang, one of the most underrated second basemen in the game. He's pretty good. Joey Ortiz is solid. They lost to Damas, which hurts, but overall they got some nice gritty young batters. Nothing crazy, but good enough to produce some offense. Oh, I do apologize. They did sign Christian Yelich, they did trade for Christian Yelich, but looking at that trade for the Marlins, you already heard in the last video, they barely got any value back from Yelich, so Brewers totally won that. They have arguably, oh my gosh, I can't believe I almost missed him. They have arguably the best offensive catcher in the game in William Contreras. On the pitching side here, I know they lost Corbin Burns, obviously, 2 years ago. Yeah, they definitely let their players walk, but, Freddie Peralta's solid. Miguel in the bullpen, he's decent. They have a solid bullpen. I know trading Devin Williams is questionable, but maybe with the playoff blunder, he just doesn't do well in the Yankees. Who knows? The Brewers could be brewing something. You see what I did there? They know how to run their team very well and overall have them winning their division. All right, this one's a little bit of a hot take because most people think the Cubs are going to win this division, run away with it because they made these trades and moves, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I just think that the Cubs just have a good amount of weak spots. I don't think they're quite ready to make that playoff push yet, but there will be some improvement, or I guess they'll kind of be around where they've been. I have them going 85-77 and just missing out on the playoffs. Adding Kyle Tucker, if they re-sign him, that could be amazing. But I don't know if the Cubs will re-sign him to a large deal because the Cubs definitely do not tend to sign players to big money, long-term deals. Dansby Swanson, he's great defensively. Offensive-wise, he's kind of The deal's not looking the best. They traded Cody Bellinger to make room in their outfield for PCA. You never know. PCA could be good. Matt Bush, he could be a solid first baseman. They got an okay team around them. Pitching is pretty good, though. They got Shota Amanaga. They have Justin Steele. Those are two very good pitchers. They added Ryan Presley for the bullpen. Oh, yeah, they added Justin Turner. He's still kicking it at, I think, 39 years old. He's still pretty solid. Nico Horner, he's pretty good, too. I think the Cubs overall they have a solid team, but I just do not think they make that push yet. I feel like their bullpen is definitely a little weak. I think their back end starters aren't too strong, but overall I think that the Cubs will just barely miss out on the playoffs. Man, what happened to the St. Louis Cardinals? I don't know what happened to them. They were arguably one of baseball's just most dominant and best franchises, but they've just fallen off the hooks. I feel like after the big trio with Yadier Molina, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I almost forgot his name. Adam Wainwright and Albert Pujols. I feel like after they all left, it's just gone downhill. They signed William Contreras a couple of years ago. He's had a huge downfall. He definitely doesn't hit as well as a catcher anymore. Even Herrera, he's a solid backup. Oh, I think they have Contreras at first now, but Ivan Herrera, he's a decent catcher. They let Paul Goldschmidt walk because he just was not good offensively. They've been begging for someone to trade for Nolan Arenado. Clearly, nobody really wants it. Well, it's kind of Nolan Arenado's fault. He's got a very short list of teams he's willing to go to, but those teams haven't really offered trades. Mason Wynn, he's a decent young shortstop. Trying to think who else they got. Brendan Donovan's good. I'll give him that. Alec Burleson, he's sneaky good. Jordan Walker, you could make a whole video on him. It's just unfortunate. He's just been one of the top prospects, and just nothing's come out of him. Victor Scott, the second, he could be decent. Yeah, but Jordan Walker is just unfortunate. I don't know if it's just something in the Cardinal system or whatnot. I think their manager, he might need to be fired. I don't know. They just seem like they let guys walk. I mean, they traded Edman for a bag of chips because Edman wasn't really having a good season. Of course, Edman goes to the Dodgers at the end of the year and just absolutely goes off. Yeah, and then the pitching, the starting pitching is just a disaster. They just have a bunch of unk status people who are just way out of their prime, or they're just sucky pitchers. I mean, the bright spot, they do have Ryan Helsley. He is one of the best closers in the game, but it's just kind of it's kind of two tails for the Cardinals. They have decent, solid offense, but just awful pitching. They just need to figure some things out. They need to figure out how they're running this team, if they're going to go out and get players or not, but yeah, I just think the Cardinals need to start a rebuild and just build a nice young core. Overall, I have them getting third in the division at a record of 77-85. All right, next up, I have this team getting fourth in the division at a record of 73-89. I have the Reds. I just don't understand the hype around them. I just feel like every year they kind of get hyped. They're like, oh, they could make a push in the playoffs. They could be sneaky. It just hasn't happened since, like, the Aroldis Chapman days, it feels like. The Reds have just... It just almost feels like they've been irrelevant. I don't know. They did get Terry Francona, which could be good for them. Maybe they could make a playoff push with it, but I highly doubt it. They also took the Guardians hitting coach, and he is notoriously one of the worst hitting coaches. I don't know why people like him. He just made the Cleveland offense way worse. I'm glad he left Cleveland, to be honest, because, you know, Cleveland's offense could definitely improve without him. They do have, obviously, Elly De La Cruz. He's a great player, but I definitely think he is very overrated. He definitely chases a lot of pitches, but he's got nice pop in the bat, but nothing crazy what people make him to be. They kind of glaze him. Tyler Stevenson, he's one of the solid offensive catchers, but it just seems like he can never stay on the field. Matt McClain, same thing. It always seems like he's hurt, but he's solid. Spencer Steer, he's decent. They have TJ Friedel. He's solid. Will Benson, I remember they took him from the Guardians. He just doesn't seem like... I think he got cut. I'm just kidding. But... yeah, no, I remember he's on the team last year. He didn't do crap for the Reds. He just had that one walk-off home run that they pimped, and that was all. Pitching-wise, Hunter Green, he's amazing. He's pretty underrated, to be honest. I feel like people don't really talk about him too much. They did get Brady Singer from the Royals. That was a solid move. They definitely need help in the pitching department. Trying to think who else they have. Nick Martinez, he's a decent pitcher. They have the brother of Edwin Diaz as their closer. He's solid. Overall pitching, I mean, yeah, there could be improvement, but it's not the worst for the Reds. I definitely miss some people. Let me know. I don't know all these teams. I don't have time to study each and one of these teams. I just know the big name players. I forgot to mention they did trade India to the Royals as a part of that Brady Singer trade. And also another big disappointment. I was talking about Jordan Walker, Noelvi Marte. He's just been a train wreck. That's the guy they got in the Luis Castillo trade, and that has just not looked good. I don't know. Maybe it's the year he develops. We'll see. But yeah, I have the Reds getting 4th in the NL Central at a record of 7. All right, talk about a team who just needs to cancel themselves. I got the Pittsburgh Pirates getting last. I mean, I don't know if it was they got last year, but they've just been bottom of the barrel since the last time they made the wild card. They've just been bottom of the barrel. I have them going 72 and 90, and let me just explain a couple of things. Andrew McCutchen, he's a legend. I just feel so bad for him. He's just been disrespected during his time in Pittsburgh. Just nothing going for him around him. Pirates just owners and management, they just seem to not care about the team. They seem to not help them at all, and they just let these superstar players just walk, or they end up trading them. I can name you a couple: Garrett Cole, Tyler Glasnow, Shane Baz. They traded Austin Meadows, and then right after he became insane on the Rays. I mean, Paul Skeens could even be in danger of being traded, and that's another guy who has literally no help around him. I mean, Jared Jones, he's a solid starting pitcher. Mitch Keller, he's all right. Everybody else is just kind of on that Pirates pitching rotation. David Bednar is a train wreck. It's just, there just seems to be, like, no hope for the Pirates, it feels like. Trying to think what else is going wrong for him. Ke'Bryan Hayes. This division, I guess, is just notorious for having prospects that are so hyped up and are supposed to be good, and then they just end up not being good. I don't know if it's something with the development within the team. I don't know if they're just wrong evaluations or anything, but, like, Ke'Bryan Hayes was supposed to be the next big thing, and he just has not done anything, it seems like. O'Neal Cruz, kind of the same thing as his relative L.A. De La Cruz. Well, they're literally not relatives. I was just messing with you. But kind of the same thing. Great player, great pop and everything. Nice athleticism. Just, it seems that he is overhyped like L.A. De La Cruz. He's definitely glazed like him, but he's still a very good player. Brian Reynolds, I love him. He's one of the most underrated players in the league. Sneaky good contact hitter. He's really good. Yeah, I'm blanking out. I can't really name any other guys on the Pirates, but I'm definitely missing people. So please apologize. I apologize for that. But yeah, overall the Pirates I just named it. It just seems like, yeah, their pitching's just a train wreck. Besides the couple offensive guys I listed, they just don't really have any help. And overall, I just have them being at the bottom of the barrel in the NL Central. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe down below, like this video, leave in the comments what I should do next. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the predictions. Just keep it respectful, obviously. I'm willing to just argue my points with you guys. You can argue your points. But yeah, thank you for watching this, and until next time, Buckeye Nation 2 gives all the videos to you.